All right, now we're live. Okay. I had some technical difficulties there. What else is new? the uh the little button that says you're going live just after in was spinning, spinning, spinning. All right, so we're live apparently. Now, woo, this is the game. Ladies and gentlemen, Miami Dolphin fans, anybody else who's coming in, this is the game. This is the game that it was all for. And what do I mean by that? Well, we blew everybody out of town. We completely remade the franchise from top to bottom, basically. Spent all of our draft capital. I mean, we still have some draft capital, but let's face it, we've spent a lot. And you got to win this one. You got to be able to win this game, home opener, division rival, opportunity to go up 2-0 in the division. It's just a must have. Absolutely must have. I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to get in unless nobody's here. Anybody here say hi? Usually I've got a few people in by now, so I'm wondering if the technical difficulties I experienced earlier, I'm going to move this to pop-up chat because let's see. This seems to not be working all that great, and that's not working either. All right. All right, then. I'll give you guys a couple minutes to come in, and I'll just keep ranting. Seeing a lot of Tua bashing, Tua love, Tua. Hey, Mike, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming up. I was beginning to wonder because I had some technical difficulties at the beginning of the stream, so I was beginning to wonder if the stream was up or not. But I'm glad you're here. Thanks for showing up. And all right, so what I said in my intro, and the intro, you guys will like the intro today. Kyle really nailed the intro today. But it's been 1998. 1998 was the last time the Miami Dolphins were 2-0 and 2-0 in the division at the same time. Hey, brother, how you doing? How you doing, brother? Yeah, Mike, Tua has to perform today, but here's the thing. The more that I see, the more that I watch, and then the more that I watch other teams, at this point, I still remain unconvinced that this coaching staff is putting Tua in the best possible position. I really, I don't think that they're calling plays and designing things that fit his strengths. I mean, he has his own weaknesses. But you look at what Belichick did for Mac Jones in his first game. You know what I mean? Hey, Bennett, thanks for coming out, bud. Thanks for coming out, man. Hey, Base Productions. I'm good, man. Thanks for coming out. That Panther hype video you made was absolutely that was some sweet stuff. That was sweet. Although you got the wrong YouTuber in there, but that's a different story. I didn't say that. You didn't hear me say that. No, really, it was good. It was good, man. So I've got 1913 Dolphins. I'm sticking to that. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think. I think it's going to be almost a duplicate of last week. But we're going to have to see more out of Tua. We absolutely are going to have to see more out of Tua, and we're going to have to see more out of the coaches with the play calling. I'm going to pound that. I'm going to pound that one until they get it right. 24-20 Bills. Well, I mean, look, obviously the Bills are going to be desperate, right? The Bills are going to be desperate. And, what I said in the pregame, hey, Frank, hey, Frank, I'm not ignoring you, man. I want to get you on the show. I know you sent me the message. I'm going to get to it this week for sure. This week just got away from me, man. So just wanting you to know, we're going to work on that soon. Absolutely. So yeah, everybody else, let me know your predictions for this game, man. This is the game where it all has to come together. Jeff. Oh, we got a Bills fan. But Jeff's a good guy, so everybody be nice to him. All right. Bills 34-7. Now, come on, man. Come on, Jeff. I'll make a bet. I will bet you right now, but that 34 points. All right. Now, come on. Now, I know you're a Bills fan and you want them to win and everything, but if the Bills get 34 points on this defense, I'll do the recap topless, and nobody really wants to see me topless. Hey, Raven, how you doing, bud? How's it going? Raven, you had a good time yesterday with that. Well, I can't talk hockey. We could talk hockey in the last 10 minutes. For everybody who wants to know how this works, anybody new who's watching, when I do a football stream, we keep it football into the last 10 minutes. And in the last 10 minutes, we could talk about anything we want. It could be whatever sport. We could talk pancakes, we could talk waffles. We could talk about this amazing flying fluffy mug. Look at this. This is like my go-to mug here. And I know it's hard to see with the glare and everything. That's really hard to see. Anyway, they're like 15, 16 bucks on Teespring. It's a little small. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna. It's a showcase mug. But if you make this your only cup of coffee in the morning, you're gonna be going for 2 cups. It's not like my big black mug. You see what I'm saying? Look at the size of this mug is big and it's black, and you can see the inside of this cup is very white. And I mean, they almost look the same, but when you fill it up, there's a lot more in that black cup than there is in the white cup. Oh, Raven, 10 minutes at 12:45, Raven, you can have at it. You can have at it at 12:45. You let me know about that. Every place that you could tag me, whatever platform, I got to check my Instagram. I might have a message from you saying that on my Instagram too, but it's good, man. All right. So Jeff wants to know, and the same thing with Bennett. Guys, I was born and raised in Miami. No, Bennett. My earliest memory, Bennett, of the Dolphins, I was born in 71. So there you go. But my earliest memory is, I believe it might have been 76 or 77. Somebody could look this up. It was 76 or 77. And I remember we would go to my grandfather's house to watch the games. And it was a playoff game against the Oilers, and Earl Campbell ran all over us. I think that I'm remembering that correctly. I remember crying in the bathroom. Bitching at God, saying, why? Why do you have us make the playoffs if we're not going to win? That's my earliest Dolphin memory. So, no, I'm born and raised in Miami. I'm deep, deep, deep blood with the Dolphins and the Panthers and Miami sports. I live in Maryland because, as you can see by the name of the channel and the avatar, that's Flying Fluffy. And so my St. Bernard needed to be where he could live a nice long life. So he's here. I'm here. We're all here. And I always say, knock on wood, the day that I don't have any dogs anymore is the day that I may not even pack my stuff. I may just grab my YouTube gear, put it in the back of the van, and head to Melbourne Beach and live on the beach. Or as long as I'll just live stream from the beach. Okay. As soon as that happens, which I hope is not for a long time. Hopefully it's not for a long time, as he just laid down outside the door. So that, yeah, no. In terms of living in Maryland, that is purely because I mean I like living in nature and everything else like that. That's I always wanted to live in a big house at the top of the hill by the river, and now I do. But when I'm no longer caretaking for animals, my ass going back to Florida. So let's see. Yeah, there's my brother. Yeah, we live 4 houses down. We used to go. Yeah, we used to walk. We used to walk. That's how close we lived to Joe Robbie Stadium, and it will always be Joe Robbie Stadium. Is we would walk from the house. No, actually, I'm wrong. We would ride our bikes to California Club Mall. We would lock the bike ups there, and then we would walk from the mall to the football game. But we lived off of 199, so yeah, it's deep. We have no choice, believe me. We're Miami fans. Now, Bills 35, Dolphins 24. Now that's you're the second person. You think that the Bills are going to get 4 and 5 touchdowns on this defense? Come on, man. There's not going to be 5 touchdowns combined scored in this game. I hope. Let's put it this way. If there's 5 touchdowns scored in this game, that's not good for the Dolphins. This game, I got 19-13 Miami, and it needs to be a low scoring. I don't care if we only get 3.4 yards a carry. By the end of the third quarter, I almost said period. By the end of the third quarter, I want Buffalo's defense. I want them to have like oxygen tanks on the field because they're so exhausted. Somebody tweeted out the heat index is going to be like 100, and I guess it said 105, but I think they typoed and said 150. Hey Colby, good to see you, bud. Good to see you. So the final score of the 8, yeah. I'm gonna after the Dolphin game, I'm gonna watch the replay of that game, and then I'll do a recap later on this evening. So yeah. Other than the Patriots, which fan base do I? I don't really hate the fan bases. I will tell you this, Raven. I'm old. I used to go to the Dolphin games at the Orange Bowl when the Jets had Gastineau and Klecko, and it was a freaking brawl. Every single game, the same thing would happen in the stands. After halftime, what would happen is during halftime, the guys would all go and they'd buy a ton of beers, right? And they'd bring them back to their seats so they didn't have to keep getting up. Well, by midway through the third quarter, man, fights. Just there 2 things every week happen in a Dolphin Jets game. Fights, and the girls would start taking their tops off. And everybody would start, you're drinking, and it's 100 degrees, and the guys would fight, and the girls would take their tops off. Sometimes the girls would take their tops off to get the guys to fight, sometimes to get them to stop fighting. It was beautiful. I love that kind of chaotic stuff. So, I'm good with other fan bases because I want the freedom to trash talk when it's my turn. So it's fair game for everybody as far as I'm concerned. No, everybody hates the Patriots, yes. But I don't know about the fan base. I mean, look, I will say that the thing that's annoying about the fan base is that it extends to the media, right? Okay. I mean, that game last week, when the one touchdown that actually got called back when the Patriots scored, what's his name? I forget the announcer's name. You would have thought they just won the Super Bowl. He's like, touchdown! I mean, it was like watching me after the Panthers win a playoff game, and you're watching my recap, and I'm jumping up and down like an idiot. That's how they were. So that's the annoying part. Not so much the fans, but the media, where it's just like all day, every day, no matter what the Patriots do, no matter what player it is, it's just the greatest thing ever. All right, let me see. I saw I had a question here. Do I think Rodgers is going to bounce back against the Lions? Well, like Kyle and I were throwing the ball outside, and like he said, um, if Rodgers can't bounce back, then they got real problems. I think they will. I mean, I left them in a fantasy last week. Last week I had Rodgers in and put Winston on the bench, and it cost me my game. So that sucks. I didn't make any changes to my lineup this week, so I'm going to go with Rodgers. I'm 0-1. I'm 0-1. I had a good game, but geez, whoever I played had like 140 points. It was ridiculous. So yeah, so Colby, I think I don't think he's going to like massacre the Lions. I think they'll have a decent game and win. I don't remember what I picked. I mean, I picked them to win, but it wasn't like some astronomical score. Yeah, everybody had more than one chance to draft Brady. I know. Look, not that Brady's not. This is gonna get interesting. It's not that I don't think Brady is good. Obviously, he's good. If it wasn't for Eli Manning, Brady would be talking about winning his 10th right about now. So, okay. But overall, I don't think you can compare any player, whatever position it is. I don't think that you can compare eras and statistics to then and now, because there was a play, I think it was in the Giants Skins game. And I'm just going to call them the Skins. I'm going to call them whatever the hell I want. Stupid football team is stupid. It was in that game, and there was a play that ended up being like a 15-yard completion. I think it was Heiny Weeny Whiny. And it was a good throw over the middle, and the safety was right there. In 1985, that wide receiver would have absolutely been destroyed by the safety. He had perfect timing. It would have been incomplete pass, and it goes down on the quarterback statistic as an incomplete pass. This day and age, the safety had to kind of hold up and make sure he didn't hit a defensive receiver. He could have absolutely clobbered him. So instead of a great play by the safety and incomplete pass, it goes down in the statistics as a 15-yard reception. So I think for that thing alone, that and the roughing the passer, I don't think that you can compare at all. At all, especially quarterbacks. Because look, go watch Marino's highlights, and obviously I'm biased, but don't worry about the rest of the play. Just watch how many of his plays he's getting killed. Half the time he would stand in there, and you could watch his highlights, and you're like, that's roughing the passer, that's 15 yards, that's a suspension, that's roughing the passer. And none of that got called back then, So I'm not saying Brady's not good, but you just can't compare how guys, the statistics and how they look now to back then, because you saw in the Dolphin game last week, the Jones is falling down, and because our guy tackled him below the knees, he gets a penalty. And I for a long time that kind of ruined the game for me. For a long time, I was like, I can't watch this. Now, I almost it's not that I like it, but I enjoy it from the sense of, this is all so stupid and so chaotic. It's almost like I enjoy watching the stupidity of it. Okay. When there's these stupid roughing the passer penalties, or especially the hitting of the defense's receiver, things that were great plays when I was growing up now are penalties. So it's almost like watching it to get you can't watch it anymore expecting to get enjoyment out of big hits and stuff like that. So the game has completely changed. Now, how am I low-key a Bills fan? My ex-wife was born and raised in Rochester. And true story. She was a huge Bills fan. And we were watching the what do you call it? The Music City Miracle, however they call that game. And so Buffalo scores to take the lead, and my ex is jumping up and down. She's jumping up and down. We won, we won, we won. And she as it was Tennessee, right? The team's locations have changed so much, but I don't remember it was Tennessee at that point. I believe it was, but anyway, the point being, she's jumping up and down, yelling and screaming, "We won, we won, we won, we won." And she's watching the kick return, and it's like, "We won, we won, we won, we." And she never watched football again. She took the remote, she turned off the game, and she never watched another second of football after that play. Totally broke her, man. Hey, bud, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you. So, um, I was thinking about this, and I kind of made this point during my pregame. And you guys correct me if you think I'm wrong here, okay? But for me, this is the game where we either get the yes or the no, or a serious maybe for these being the guys. And by these being the guys, I mean the coaching staff and Tua, etc. Because I don't want to make a blanket judgment on Tua, right? I don't want to make a blanket judgment on Tua based on this one game. But we blew everything up, traded away Tannehill, spent all this draft capital. Tua's the guy, Tua's the guy, Tua's the guy. This is the coaching staff. This is the offensive line they built on purpose. If you can't win this game, if you can't, after all of that with these guys, win your home opener against a division rival with a huge opportunity to put them at a disadvantage in the standings, then you have to start questioning. For me, you have to start questioning, are these the guys? Are these going to be the guys? Can Flores do it? Can Tua do it? Can these guys get it together? And I don't blame it all on Tua. Like I said, I need to see more out of this coaching staff on offense. I really, really do. They are not scripting plays that showcase not just Tua. I think we've got better running backs. I think we've got a better situation of running back than it looks to be. I think they should get, and I know people don't like it, but I think they should get Grant involved more in some of the short passing games. It's been one game, but based on what I saw last year, based on what I saw last week, most games are going to be these tight defensive games where if we have a game where our defense isn't great or the defense doesn't create a couple of turnovers, I don't see how we're winning those games. So to me, this is the game that starts to say, yes, these are the guys and we're going to continue to improve, or it's going to be 10-6 into perpetuate 10-6 forever. I can't say the word, 10-6 forever. And, maybe win a playoff game here or there. I got to see more. All right, let's see. Yeah, but 8-5 win. Yeah, I'm gonna watch the game. I'm gonna watch the replay after the Dolphin game, and I'll have a recap up just because I want to see it, man. All hockey, right? Yeah, no, it's. I get it. People got to get used to it, right? People got to get used to it. The highlights on Twitter. Yeah. I should be able to rewatch the game afterwards. All right. Do I think Josh Allen will be any good? You mean today? Well, no, not today. No, look, Allen's going to have a better game. He can't have much, I don't think we're going to get as lucky as the Steelers did. I think the Bills had something like 12 offensive line penalties, which that's not good. I don't know what the hell went on there. But statistically, I mean, Allen still threw the ball 500 times. They're going to get their shots. They're going to get their points in this game. We have to do the same thing we did against the Patriots, which is, they're going to have the long drives. We have to find a way at the end of one or two of those long drives to get the ball back, holding them to field goals or creating turnovers. We do that, we're going to be in good shape. My bigger concern is on offense. I think with this weather, I really feel like we need to run the ball. I feel like, take a little bit of the pressure off of Tua, especially in the first half. I think we just need to be running the ball and just wear out that defense. Use this weather to our advantage. Absolutely need to use this weather to our advantage. And because we already got out of town, we already went up to New England, and it was perfect weather. It wasn't any weather issues, which how often does that happen? We get out of there with a win. So if we lose this game, it's like last week didn't happen. We have to win this game to really make last week count, I guess is what I should say. So, I mean, I expect Allen to have a decent day. Honestly, I'd be okay with him throwing the ball 45, 50 times, because if he does, that means they're not running the ball, and they're probably behind because they're trying to score. But I like Myles Gaskin, man. I don't know why we don't use him more. We need to establish the run to keep some of the pressure off of Tua, so they can't just continually, send players and know what we're doing. Some of these 3rd and 4s, 3rd and 5s. I would like to see some running plays. I know we did the, a couple of RPO, did a little bit of Walcott last week. That wasn't bad. We need to see more. Absolutely. I just need to see more from everybody right now. Let's see. Yeah, no, I know we have the game. I don't think it's that late though. Let me check that. When do we play? Let me see. I don't think it's that late in the season that we go up to Buffalo. I want to say that it's Halloween. Yeah, Halloween. It's an afternoon game on Halloween. So nah, man, that's not going to be an issue. That's not going to be an issue, brother. The game is 1:00 Halloween. What's going to be? Maybe it'll be perfect, right? Maybe it'll be 55, 60 degrees. That's going to be beautiful. So we get out of that. We absolutely get out of both of the worst. I mean, when do we play the Jets? Not that's going to be a huge concern. When's our road game against the Jets? Let me see. Let's come over here. Our road game at the Jets is November 21st. Again, 1:00 in the afternoon. So that's before Thanksgiving. Not a big chance of snow. We got out. We got out of our divisional cold weather games. I don't see it. I mean, I'm not that far from where the Jets play geographically, and I've had plenty of Thanksgivings around here. Normally a Thanksgiving around here, the high is 55, 60 degrees. So doubtful for any snow there. So that's actually really good. I see that, Raven. Trick or treat, you're going to get beat. Now, the Halloween thing, because the Halloween, let me see something, because I think I want to look. I know I said no hockey. This is not hockey. This is Flying Fluffy schedule, because I believe no, we do not play. The Panthers don't play on Halloween. So that's good, because as you guys know, I usually do like a special video intro, and I make the video Halloween themed. So the Panthers play on the 30th. So we're going to have that Halloween video. And then the Dolphins obviously play on Halloween. So we'll have that one. So that's going to be 2 Halloween specials. So that'll be fun. It's not hockey, brother. I'm allowed to talk about anything I want. It's my rules. It's not hockey. It's the video schedule. Shomer's just pissed off. Shomer's just pissed off. My brother's perpetually pissed off. Huh? You know why he's pissed off? I'm going to tell you guys a true story here. This is why my brother's perpetually pissed off. Because when he was a kid at a church raffle, he won a football signed by the entire undefeated team of the Miami Dolphins. And I don't know, what age was it, brother? What age was it when you finally realized that they weren't live signatures? What age was that? Now he's going to be pissed. Now he's going to be pissed. Yeah, he has a football. It's all deflated. He's still got it in the package. It's signed by all the Miami Dolphins, Shula and everything, the undefeated team. But it's not live signatures, unfortunately. If it was, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you because we would have been retired away millionaires long ago, 10 years ago or so. Yeah. It was a good fantasy for a while. But hey, look, at least we didn't do anything stupid like sell it, telling people that they were signatures. Can you imagine what we would have gotten in the refund? We would have had to refund them because they weren't live. And back then it wasn't like you had the internet and everybody knew like there was auto pens and you could have, fake signatures. It wasn't easy to figure out back then. We were kids and it was like it was signed. So it was signed, right? So yeah. So that was a shame. Only one in existence, still in the original wrapper. Yeah. All right, Frank. If we win today, would be a huge. Yeah, absolutely. Look, I'm not calling it a must game. I'm not going to call it a must game. But to me, if this coaching staff, this team, this quarterback, if they are going to eventually be a team that AFC Championship game, Super Bowl type of team, this is when it starts right here. This game right here. You have to be able to win your home opener against your division rival, kicking them while they're down when you have a massive weather advantage. You just have to. If you can't win this game with this roster and this team and this coaching staff, then you start to wonder, all right, are these the guys? And maybe that's harsh, but that's me. That's how I run. That's how I roll. You know what I mean? Let's see. Who are the Pats? The Pats are playing the Pats are playing the Jets. So I don't see that happening. But Pats are playing the Jets. So unfortunately, yeah. Unfortunately. Where is that game? It's gotta be in New York, right? Let me see. Today's games. What did it take me? No. Here we go. All right. Let's see. That game it's in New York. It's at 1:00. I mean, I'd love to see it. Sure, we'd all love to see it. Hey, Ryan Lomberg's here. All right, bud. Hey, Lomberg, man, how come you too good to play on the development team? Is that what it is now? You play off hero and that's it? Just boom. No, you don't need any more development. What's going on? I can break my rules, guys. When a hockey player shows up, we can talk about hockey. But yeah, the Jets can go 1-16, right? Yeah, well, I have to root for the Jets today, man. Where the hell is One Bad Steve, by the way? You do your own stuff. Cool. Yeah. The Still needs to prove himself. The Still? What are you talking about? Yeah. Asta Kuchatovoy. It looks like talk to text. Gotcha, brother. Tua. Yeah, Ryan, congratulations. I'm sorry, man. Congratulations. I'm sorry. Oh, Tua or Burrow? Oh, are we asking like who we'd rather have? Because I think I missed the Uh, mm, well, Herbert's not an option, huh? I like Tua. I want so bad to like Tua. That being said, and this might I can say this because it's my live stream, but and I think I might have said this last week, but um right now I'm still waiting to yell at the TV and go, that is why we got rid of Ryan Tannehill. In the sense of Tua doing something so much better, because this team with Tannehill at quarterback, um, is Tua's going to develop. We'll see what he's going to be. But right now, if we built this team and left Tannehill in place, we're better. We're better. But as far as Tua or Burrow, uh, it's tough because Burrow's, had his offensive lines look like crap. He looked good last week, though. He looked good last week. That's so tight. That's so close. Yeah, it's a tough one, Ryan. Exactly. Um, eh, maybe Tua, maybe Tua. Yeah, the answer is or. Right. Maybe, maybe. That's still to be determined. It's very very close. It's not like I wouldn't mind having Burrow, um, but a lot remains to be seen. You wish it would, yeah. How was my fantasy team last week? Not I didn't do bad, but I got killed because I had Rodgers in and Winston out, and it cost me the game. It cost me the game. And 999 times out of 1,000, you're gonna put Rodgers in and leave Winston on the bench, right? And then yeah, not good. Not good, man. I think Rodgers got me 3 points. Rodgers got me 3 points. So I left him in this week because he has a tendency to come back pretty good after bad games, and it's the Lions, so he's got a good chance there. But regardless of what Rodgers does, if Winston has another week like he did last week, I might have to switch permanently. Oh man, the Giants kicker had 22 points, and the guy, oh geez, Raven. You got Prescott. Yeah, Prescott was good. Prescott was good. The only question I had, only other place I lost points was what's the guy that plays, the wide receiver that plays for Tampa Bay? I forget his name. He had a touchdown from Brady too. I forget his damn name. But I've got him in, and instead of I've got Jalen Waddle on my bench. No, it wasn't Evans. It wasn't Evans. I don't have it. I don't have my team up because I fixed my roster yesterday. Yeah. All right, Jeff. Thanks for coming, bud. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Let me see. Hey, Jersey Joel. All right. Josh Allen looked mediocre last week against Pittsburgh. Miami's got a chance. Absolutely, man. Thank you for coming out to the stream. I appreciate that. Yeah, I got 19-13 Fins. Yeah, Godwin, Ryan Lomberg, you get the cookie. Yeah, Godwin. I had him in last week. He did good. He did good. But I had Waddle on the bench, so that didn't help either, man. That didn't help at all. All right, so we got. Let's see. It's 12:40. It's 12:40. We could talk about whatever we want, guys. What the hell? At this point, we could talk about whatever the hell we want. So you have the cookie. Let's see. Do I have a cookie? No, I don't have a cookie. Now, What I do have here, though, what? What? Mm. Spencer Knight sucks, Without 3 goals, you think he could take on my job? Stupid kid. That's what I got. That's what I got. You should see the mess. You can't see it here. It's like a giant mess of stuff. It's amazing. It looks like all nice and tight, and then I'm surrounded by crap. Yeah, all right, Raven. All right. Yeah, my story. Jeez. Let me have it. Yep. Yes. All right. So look. Did you see the game, Raven? Did you see? No, and I'm not trying to be Chris, thanks for coming out. But now everybody comes. Now I see we can talk about hockey. That's good, though. That's good. It's good. It's good. I got 19-13, bud. I got 19-13 Dolphins. I was really, really close last week. Last week I said 16-13, and I was real close. So I'm going with 19-13 this week. Yeah. And I feel good. I feel good about it. We got to run the ball more. Absolutely have to run the ball more, man. I want to see the Buffalo Bills defense just like melted, just like a puddle on the ground. And believe me, they're going to be trying to run the ball on us too, man, because it's just going to be brutal out there. It's just going to be brutal out there. But it's going to be good to see a full freaking fan. It's just so beautiful. That place is going to be jumping, rocking, hopping. It's just going to be a boatload of fun. So anybody can get out to the game, and that I'm jealous. I'm jealous. And plus, it's a good weight loss program, right? I don't know about you guys, but man, when I used to go to the games, I come home 5-10 pounds lighter. You know what I mean? It's like you got a little gut. You want to go dancing that night to the club, look good, go to the Dolphin game, trim right up. Boom, man. You need a belt for your pants. So, all right. So, yeah, Raven, let's talk about your game 4 overtime. Oh man, that was so beautiful. Now, Ryan, did you see Base Productions? He did a hype video. He did a hype video. And you're in it. Shockingly, right? You're absolutely in it. You and Steve Goldstein are in it. You're in it. Goldstein's in it. The hockey guy's in it. I'm not in it. I didn't make the cut. You know why? Because it's a Panthers hype video, and he probably scoured my channel to find enough good things and couldn't find anything. So because I bid so much, so I can't complain. There's probably nothing he could put in there. Although I guess he could have yelled 2 points, but basically that'd be the only positive thing he could find. So it's my own damn fault. Oh man. Yeah, it's on Twitter. I retweeted it yesterday or the day before. Good, really good video. Really, it doesn't start off real well. I mean, production-wise, it's good, but if as a Panther fan, the first 10 seconds is not overly enjoyable. But it gets good. It gets good. So, oh, you got a few old Chuck E. Cheese coins. Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese. Do they still have Dave and was it Dave and Buster's? They still have Dave and Buster's down there. I know that they built one. What some of you kids don't know is before you were born, in that area where there's like a Dave and Buster's and stuff, and who knows if the Dave and Buster's is still there. What was there was actually a Six Flags Atlantis. It was a Six Flags Atlantis there. And I've never seen a place that had this setup. And this was, you have to understand, we're teenagers, okay? And you walked into Six Flags and it had all the rides and all of that. But they had a building, a decent sized building, right? And inside were 3 or 4 just massive, massive hot tubs, massive hot tubs. And everybody would just get in. Everybody would just get in the hot tubs. So if you can imagine hot tubs full of teenagers. And that was a beautiful thing. It was absolutely beautiful thing. Raven, you're asking me about Jacoby Myers. I'm looking him up because I'm not going to lie to you and tell you I know much about him. Um, yeah, don't know much about him, bud. I'm looking at him now though. He's projected. I'm looking at his projection. If we're talking fantasy, he's projected. What? That don't make any sense. That don't make any sense. He's projected to have 0 touchdowns. Oh no, they're projecting his regular season stats based on the one game last week. I don't know much about him, bud. I don't know much about him. If he's good, we'll take him off your hands, though. Ryan, yeah, no, that's true. That is true. You're in a battle, dude. Um, you're in a serious battle because we've made now for Stu and I, our fourth line that we'd really like to have is Achari with Marchment and Lomberg. That's the one we want. But then when you make the rest of the roster, you realize there's no room for Hornquist and there's no room for Joe Thornton if that's the fourth line. There's a lot of competition. Yeah, there's he was the bench wide receiver. He got his break last year. You think he's either the number one or number two? Okay, so he's a bench player last year. I mean, I didn't see a whole lot last week from any one particular guy. The thing that I saw last week with the Patriots, bro, is freaking the short passes. I was so annoyed by there's another guy open and another guy open and another guy open. But that's Belichick, man. He's gonna find a way. Mac Jones, I can predict this. Based on what I saw last week, I think I think Mac Jones is going to break the rookie record in the NFL for completion percentage for quarterbacks. In fact, let's look that up. Lomberg over Marchment. Oh, what did Jersey say? Let's see. Miami has to get first downs today. They go 3 and out way too many times. The defense cannot be on the field most of the games. Yeah, Jersey Joel. That's what I was talking about, man. I don't care if we average 3.5 a carry. All right. We've got to be able to run the ball. We absolutely have to be able to run the ball. We have to both ways. We can't have our defense out there on the field all day, and we need to keep Buffalo's defense out there. And I like Myles Gaskin. I think between Gaskin and Ahmed, I think if they're used properly, is it going to be Ricky Williams and Ronnie Brown? No, but we don't need that. We just need to be able to, you get a couple first downs running the ball and a couple of short passes, keep the defense off the field. And then if you want to start taking a little bit of chances, down the field and whatnot. But yeah, absolutely, man. We've got to keep Buffalo's defense on the field today. I just wish. I mean, how many carries did Gaskin have last week, man? Let me see. How many carries did he have last week? Let's see. Last week, he had 9 rushes for 49 yards, a 5.4 carry average. That's what I'm talking about. And with him, 5.4 with Gaskin is 5.4. It's not like he's getting 15 and then getting stuffed 2 times. Every time he gets the ball, it's 3, 4, 5 yards, and we need more than 9 carries. We're playing close, tight defensive games. Tua is really struggling when they have pressure on him. Man, do some delayed handoffs, do some pitches, do something to get the running backs more involved with the game. I was not happy with the game plan that the offensive staff called last week at all, man. Absolutely not. So, yeah, man, Dominic, right? Yeah, Gask, I like him, and yeah, with a decent O line, I think he'd be good. You know, hopefully this is the week. Hopefully this is the week this coaching staff gets it together. This offense, talent-wise, is better than we show up on paper. And by the way, has anybody seen all right, Raven? Yeah. Well, I don't know, Raven. That depends. Do you want who do you want to fight for the division? I mean, we're playing the Bills. Wouldn't it be better for you guys to put the Bills behind you? Just saying. Did anybody see if Preston Williams is playing today? That's going to be the last thing. God, 12:52. That was quick. You want to fight the Jets for the division? Oh, geez. You might want to fight them for the bottom of the division. That's all that's going to happen there with the Jets. Anybody, let me know about Preston Williams. That kid can't stay healthy whatsoever. I heard earlier he had a knee too at the same time with his foot. You know, next week is going to be Williams' questionable. He cut himself shaving. I'm convinced. You know, and with Fuller out, I hope Fuller's okay. Let me just say that right now. Nobody knows what it is, just a personal reason. I'll tell you, Coach Flores did not look. He looked like he knew that whatever it was might be something that might keep him out for a little while. So who knows what the heck is going on there? But hopefully he's okay. Obviously we need him, but he needs to be in good shape, you know, mentally. So hopefully he's all right there. You know, Devontae can't do it all himself. And I don't know about you guys, but every time Devontae goes up to catch a pass and comes down, I'm just like ankle, foot. You're just waiting for that guy. You know what I mean? To do that limp, and you go, geez, there's another 2 weeks, you know. So, all right, guys, 12:53. Game getting ready to come on here in a couple minutes. So I'm gonna go. I appreciate everybody that came out. Big thanks. And 1913 Dolphins. And just like normal, last week, the recap will be up within an hour. Yeah, the game's at 1. Yep, I got to run downstairs. Kyle's got to go on. Rusty, the linebackers need to be big. Yep, absolutely, man. We got to keep that Buffalo defense on the field and keep ours off the field. Absolutely. All right, guys. 1913 Fins. Recap right after the game.